It's so big!
Yeah.
Mais elle est trop grande. Good morning. It's Saturday, and today it's a rainy day. It's a really rainy day. I was gonna ride my bike, but you gotta take a day off every once in a while. We're gonna investigate the apartment, what we lovingly refer to as the bosses, after the bosses who loaned it to us this year. They're American, and they were unable to come back to Paris for obvious reasons, so they were kind enough to send us their keys, which of course is incredibly generous and somewhat risky, but you know, they got it back in good shape. Unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to come back and use it at all at this point. So John is here right now, cleaning things out. And we talked about it last week. Really nice guy. He said he'd be down to let me show you the apartment and a little bit of the neighborhood. So I'll show you where we were this year. My plan right now is to run 5 days a week and take the weekends off mostly. And I can tell that it was a good idea not only not to run today, but maybe to take a break from riding, because I'm feeling it today. It's a good feeling, but I definitely can sense that, like, oh yeah, running right now would definitely be pushing things a little too far. And biking probably wouldn't be too bad, but it's good to let your body rest from time to time. And tomorrow, Sundays, taking totally off. I'm gonna try and take Sundays completely off, but we can talk about my burgeoning schedule and all my little plans, you know, next week. Today, we'll get back to the whole, you know, visiting the bosses situation. Apparently there was an accident. The slowest I've ever entered this station. It's a 20-minute wait to get out of here. And this is why you take your bike when you... anyways, we got stuck between stations for, I don't know, 5 minutes? Maybe 10 minutes? Probably closer to 5 minutes. Well, I guess they kept pulling us forward very slowly, but anyways, finally pulled into the station and waited another like 5 minutes. They actually kept the doors closed after they initially opened, and she said that it was gonna be a wait, and then after a while she said it's gonna be a full 20 minutes. She said it was gonna start, service was gonna start back up at 10 o'clock. So yeah, I guess we were stuck in there for 15, almost 20 minutes, now that I think about the time that I left there. So yeah, not the best, especially during COVID times, thankfully. You can get on line 7 at the Louvre, not far from here. I could make up some lost time. And enjoy this nice rainy walk along Rue de Rivoli. Why not? Now it's trying to snow. I don't know if you'll see it on camera. These big, fat snowflakes. They're coming down like bombs. I'm really glad I didn't ride my bike in this. But yeah, I probably should have worn, I thought about wearing my like hiking boots. Probably should have done that. I think these shoes are gonna get soaked through. Anywho, it's neither here nor there. Let's get on the metro again. Ah, jeez. Oh my goodness. I keep thinking I'm gonna skip ahead from this whole experience, but you know, this keeps getting weirder and crazier. I'm soaked. Whew. Frozen. Okay. Back underground, hopefully. Well, we have the little shopping mall under the Louvre all to ourselves, so that's kind of fun. How the metro this way? Basically, at this point, I feel like I would have been better off just waiting for the metro. And also, line 1 is still running the direction I want to go. They did a great job of communicating that to us. If it doesn't come by the time I get to the end of the platform, I guess I'm gonna try and take line 7. This could be a mistake. We're about to find out.
Please look after your bag and valuables at all times.
Bitte achten Sie auf Ihre Handtaschen und anderen Wertobjekte.
请看管好您的书包、手机。
Well, I more or less made it. I'm so late that John went back to the apartment, so I'm gonna meet him there. Oh, but I really could use some coffee and a waffle. Is this him right here? Boom. Perfect timing.
AJ.
Oh la la.
Interesting person, so
No, what?
really good etiquette.
This is great hosting right here. I'll take it. Thank you. Choices here from today. We opted for strategic purposes not to share the apartment yet. The story of where it is and everything, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like February sometime, but John's donating a bunch of warm clothes, even with the Peloton for refugees. So just a reminder, if you are here in Paris and you want to do that, it is really freaking cold, and it would be greatly appreciated if you left some warm clothes at the Peloton, because there's a real shortage, especially for men's clothing. Anyways, I still haven't had coffee yet, so we're gonna go for that, and then naps. Whew. Good to finally get coffee. But John gave me some tea, which was also very nice. It's good to hang out a little bit. Yeah, we just opted to hold back on sharing that until things are properly sorted. So I wanted to double check with him, and so yeah. Thanks again, John and Tish, if you ever see this, for letting us use the space, because it's been such a cool thing, and it's been such a cool opportunity, and I'm so grateful for it. So anywho, the rain is temporarily stopped, which is great. I'm still soaked and frozen, but I'm gonna head home, and what am I gonna do? I guess since we're canceling that video, this has just become a story about a rainy trip on a broken metro, and that's just silly. I did see Dan, my buddy Dan, who you've seen in the vlog before, back when we were allowed to be outside and it was warm and whatnot. But it's good to catch up. I realize I'm turning into that guy a little bit, like so energized right now and so excited by this book I'm reading, and just feeling like, okay, I finally have some clarity and direction, and I've been lacking that for a long time. And now, like, I'm ready to like focus. And I haven't fully figured it out yet. And I'll share the process with you and everything I'm thinking about once I've got it a little bit more dialed in. But I just was worried I'd never get back to this, you know? I was worried I was gonna be burned out and energy free. I was gonna be, you know, burned out and drained forever. And what a weird year of like change in identity, how I see myself, how I see the world. Like I've just felt lost. That's one of the words that's come back to me pretty regularly, is feeling lost and kind of clueless as to where I need to go from here, directionless. And I think that's also a big reason for the energy boost, is that feeling of, oh no, like I kind of know where I need to go from here. That's a great feeling. There was a package for me down at the Peloton, which has been there for a while. I just haven't been down to get it for the last week or so. Hold on, my phone is making music. Oops. Open this guy here really quickly. I realize I could be becoming that guy. I was just confessing that. I feel I'm not that guy. I'm like, have you read? Have you thought? Have you whatever? And I'm just excited. And I think which is good. I just want to get obnoxious about it. We'll see how things. Let's see how things go. We'll pan. I'm gonna let things continue and pan out, and then I'll tell you more about it as I go. I don't want to be obnoxious. I just don't want to internally let that go, because I feel like it's been such a long, hard couple of years, and good in some ways, really bad in obvious ways, really bad in ways I haven't told you about yet, because I haven't figured out the right way to go about talking about some of the things that I've been dealing with and learning through, growing through. One of the things that I tend to do, I'm really bad at things like celebrating, for example, like celebrating milestones. And that's one of the reasons why doing like the champagne bottles for my goals is such a useful exercise for me personally, is because it forces me to stop and reflect on the fact that I made it somewhere, that I did something that I'm proud of, that I'm happy to have gotten done, and celebrate that for a minute. And similarly, I'm in this moment where I think it'd be really easy to stop and, not make myself feel bad, but like I'm definitely hesitant to share just kind of like my excitement for what's to come, and well, not even my excitement for what's to come. I'm hesitant to share how I feel right now, because I feel energized and I feel ready to take on whatever challenges come next, and to make some improvements, to improve myself. And I know that it's been a really long, hard couple of years for a lot of people, not just me. I want to be sensitive to the fact that there are a lot of people that aren't feeling that way and that aren't ready for that to happen. So I'm trying to find that right balance. But I also don't want to quell it in myself, because I want to take advantage of this high energy and the momentum and push it towards wherever it is that it can take me from here. I've torn the wrapping off. Oh, there's more. What is this? I forgot to format my card last night, and I just ran out of memory. Jason, thank you so much for the Minnesota snacks and socks. I don't know if I caught any of that, but there's a lot of nut-based stuff in here. There's a nut goodie, which sounds so dirty, and a salted nut roll, which doesn't sound quite as dirty by comparison. But thank you very much for that, as well as some aspirational flying socks and some biking socks. Appreciate that. All the way from Minnesota. I think it only took a couple weeks to get here, but I don't know when it arrived. I knew it was down there for at least like a week, though. I think I'd never had the capacity to carry it home. Anyways, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, and I realize that I've been going on and on and on. So forgive me for that. Thank you very much. But I'm just feeling grateful for where I'm at right now. And times we still have, we have hopefully a last push ahead of us. Rumors are that we're going to go back into lockdown here in Paris very soon. Maybe nationwide. I have no idea we'll find out when that happens. I'm going to go into it with high spirits, and I'm going to make the most of it. And my real hope is to hit the ground running on the other side. Yeah, I guess that's one of the big lessons that I've learned from this year is I may not have the ability to change my circumstances and to change what's happening globally, but I do have the ability to work on what's going on in here and to make the best choices I can on a daily basis and on an ongoing basis to try and, maintain a sense of resiliency and make it through this with my sanity still intact. And I feel encouraged in that. And it's been a hard year, but I also feel like, we're gonna get through this. We're on the downward slope of the hill, and just the more that I hear, the more that I learn, the more that I see what's going on, out there, I feel increasingly hopeful. And yeah, so I want to take that energy and that momentum and put it towards, yeah, being as healthy as I possibly can, happy and ready for the next, whatever comes next. Because, hey, life's always going to throw us curveballs, hopefully none this big for a long time. I hope I don't look back on this video in a couple of years and go, you didn't know how good you had it. But I do hope that that we're in for some good times after this. And I don't know, I just want to be ready for that. Anyways, that's enough. I need to stop blathering on about it all, but I hope you're doing well, wherever it is you are. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'll be taking tomorrow to just rest, and I imagine that I'll be back to the vlogging next week. But wherever it is you are, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you can reach out and take care of somebody else today too if you have it within you. And obviously if you don't have it in you right now, within you, but if you don't have the energy, if you don't have the capacity, just take care of you today. And I will see you in a couple days, one of these mornings bright and early, for more of that. More of this. More of... I need to eat lunch. My brain's shutting down. I'll see you later. Adios.